Hello everyone, a warm welcome to all of you in the today's session on EduTap, and I really believe that all of you are healthy and preparing well for our upcoming NABARD grade exam. And guys, today we will be covering the top 100 MCQs from the month of July 2022, and guys, this is basically the part 3 of this particular series. So we are already done with the part 1 and part 2. So guys, before beginning this particular session, if I'm audible and visible to you, all of you are requested to give a thumbs up in the comment section below so that we can begin this particular session. Guys, please give me a thumbs up in the comment section if I'm audible and visible to you so that we can begin this particular session. Okay, so I'm getting here the responses. So guys, once again, a warm welcome to all of you on EduTap, and today I will be covering the top 100 MCQs of the general awareness section from the month of July 2022. TKG, and this session is important for all RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A as well as the SEBI Grade A exam. So hi Nilesh, thank you for giving the response. So I really believe that all of you are healthy and preparing well. So guys, I would like to tell you here that we are already done with the July part 1 and part 2 of the series, and today is the part 3 of this particular series. TKG. So now, if you are new to your YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the sessions. So guys, in order to receive all these particular PDF of such kind of sessions, you are required to join our Telegram channel. Okay? The link of which has been given in the description below. Now, before beginning the session, there is a small instruction to all of you that you are required to answer the question. First of all of you are required to answer the questions in the comment section, and what you are required to do, just type the question number and place the option that you think it is right. And apart from that, you are also required to calculate your scores. ठीक है जी, you are required to calculate your scores, that how many questions you have got correct in this particular session. So without wasting any more time, let's begin the very first particular question. So guys, here the very first question is, PM Modi has launched several development projects worth rupees 16,800 crores in Deoghar. So please tell me that Deoghar, the name of the place, basically you are required to tell me that in which state Deoghar is basically located in. Is it in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Bihar or Odisha? So guys, quickly tell me in the comment section that what exactly is the right answer to this question. अ वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, हलवा क्वेश्चन फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू. ठीक है जी, एक बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत है ये, और बहुत ही अच्छा क्वेश्चन है और बहुत ही बेसिक क्वेश्चन है. रिसेंटली यहाँ पर प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी ने एक प्रोजेक्ट, डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स काफी सारे यहाँ पर इनॉग्रेट किए थे, दैट इज द दियोघर, एंड यू आर जस्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टेट. सो आई एम गेटिंग द राइट आंसर्स. पीपल आर सेइंग दैट ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर, दैट इज झारखंड. दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट. सो गाइस, इन झारखंड basically this particular Deoghar is located, and where Prime Minister has inaugurated the developmental projects worth rupees 16,800 crores. So Nilesh, Sanket and Sanjeet have answered the question correctly. Well done guys. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which of the following institutes has recently inaugurated a new census data workstation? So you are just required to tell me the name of the institute which has recently inaugurated the new census data workstation. G. सेंसस डेटा के लिए एक वर्क स्टेशन रिसेंटली इनॉग्रेट किया था इन वन ऑफ दीज इंस्टीट्यूट्स व्हिच आर बीन मेंशन्ड हियर. You are required to tell me the name of that particular institute which has come up with this particular kind of initiative where this new census data workstation has been launched. So I am getting the right answers here. So the right answer is absolutely option A, that is IIT Delhi. So here you can see that the purpose of launching this particular new census data workstation was to raise awareness about the data which was generated during the census operations in India. So this is what you are required to remember guys, and these are the questions which are really probable to be asked in the general awareness section of the NABARD grade exam as well. So be prepared for all such kind of questions, and that's why these kind of sessions are here for all of you. Okay ji, let's move on to the next question. So in the next question, you are just required to tell me that where does Holambhi Kala is basically located in. It is in Puducherry, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Delhi and Haryana. So here some UTs are being given, some states are being mentioned. You are just required to identify that in which state the Holambhi Kala is basically located in. So please tell me that what is the right answer. Question number 3, is it Puducherry, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Delhi and Haryana? See guys, I would like to tell you here that this session is going to be a rapid fire one because I am having 100 questions with me, so we are not going to waste any more time. ठीक है जी, तो बहुत ही रैपिड फायर रहेगा. सो उसके लिए आपको भी बहुत ही जल्दी जल्दी आंसर्स देने हैं क्वेश्चंस के कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर. सो यू मस्ट बी रेडी फॉर दैट. ठीक है. So I am getting the right answers to the option number question number 3 and here the right answer is option D, that is Delhi. So Delhi के अंदर है basically and this is basically India's first e-waste eco park. तो यहाँ पर आपको याद रखना है ये सब चीजें that होलंबी कला के अंदर बना है इंडिया का पहला e-waste eco park that you are required to remember. ठीक है जी, let's move on to the next question. So the next question is about the 4th edition of Global Financial Inclusion Report and you are required to tell me the name of the organization which has released this report. See, whenever we cover any kind of report, you are always required to cover 5 dimensions. We always tell you that what exactly those dimensions are: the releasing body, the framework of the report, then important rankings, the recommendations, important findings. So these are the various dimensions across which you are required to remember that data regarding the report. If you are covering the report across these dimensions, you are never going to miss any question in the exam from that particular report. So when I talk about this particular question, guys, here the right answer to the question is World Bank. तो World Bank इस क्वेश्चन का सही जवाब जो कि रिलीज करता है ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन रिपोर्ट. So this is the report and this year the 4th edition of the report was being launched. Once again, a thing that you must remember here. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is on the global gender gap index. Once again, a report, guys, a very important thing. And this report, now it has been mentioned that by which organization it is being released, that is World Bank. तो यहाँ पर एक प्रॉब्लम आपके रिजॉल्व हो गई है, बट यहाँ पर अगला क्वेश्चन ये है कि आपको बताना है कि इसमें से जो इंडिया का स्कोर है वो क्या है बेसिकली ऑन अ स्केल ऑफ 0 to 1. सी, व्हेन वर्ल्ड बैंक असेसेस द कंट्रीज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ग्लोबल जेंडर गैप, सो व्हाट दे डू, दे बेसिकली गिव द स्कोर्स ऑन अ स्केल ऑफ 0 to 1 to all these countries. So now you're just required to tell me that what exactly India's score was in the global gender gap index which was released recently by the World Bank. So I'm getting the right answer here. People are saying that 0.629 is the right answer to the question, that is option A. So guys, here this is absolutely right. And now apart from the score, you are also required to remember that what exactly India's rank is. See guys, when I talk about the India's rank was 135 out of the 146 countries and this was basically the 7th highest score of the India in the last 16 years. Now you are having a very important question. You are required to tell me that which country has topped this particular global gender gap index. So this is the homework for you. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is on the SDFC Bank. SDFC Bank has recently partnered with which of the following institutes to train and hire data engineers? See, we all know कि data analyst, data science आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा emerging trend पर है. तो उसके लिए अब क्या है कि HDFC Bank ने भी क्या decide किया है that they will be training and hiring the data engineers. तो आपको बताना है कि इसमें से कौन से institute के साथ उसने ये partnership की है जिसमें ये basically it is going to train and hire the data engineers. Let's see who will answer the question correctly. So Manpreet is saying that global gender gap index Iceland was the top performer. Let's wait for others as well to answer the question. So now guys, please, that was basically the homework question. You are required to tell me the answer to the question number 6. What exactly is the right answer to the question number 6? Just tell me the name of the institute. So guys, absolutely right. The right answer is National Institute of Information Technology. And guys, we all know that what exactly is the purpose. We have already think. See, whenever there is an MOU or a partnership, what the dimension that you are required to cover? First of all, the name of the parties is very important जिनके बीच में MOU sign हुआ है, then the aim of that MOU. So these are the two important things guys across which you are required to cover a news article which are having a partnership or MOU in it. ठीक है जी, let's move on to the next question and the next question is on the first sports city in the metaverse. See, recently the first sports city in the metaverse, which is basically an initiative of Meta, was launched by Shikhar Dhawan, an Indian cricketer, in collaboration with which of the following entities. So you are just required to identify the name of that particular entity with which the first sports city has been recently launched. So we all know Shikhar Dhawan. He also become Indian captain for one particular series. ठीक है जी, तो he is basically an Indian cricketer and now you are required to tell me that with which entity this first sports city has been launched in the metaverse. So here I am getting the right answers. Manpreet is saying that Blythe Club is the right answer. Agon. So everybody is going with the option number C. But guys, here option C is not the right answer. The right answer to this particular question is both Blythe Club and World in one metaverse. तो इन दोनों entities के साथ मिलकर ये first sports city को recently launch किया था शिखर धवन ने. So this is what you are required to remember. See guys, in such kind of questions you are always required to cover the data very carefully. ठीक है, आपको यहाँ देखेंगे कि कई बार it is not always that only one party is involved. More than two parties can also be involved in such kind of initiatives. ठीक है जी, that's why सभी entities को बहुत ही अच्छे से देखना है और अच्छे से याद रखना है, और वो कैसे होगा? By solving the MCQs. And that is why guys, in the today's session we are covering the last 2 weeks of the current affairs that we have covered in our fast track sessions. ठीक है जी, तो उसी की रिवीजन क्लास है ये. अब बढ़ते हैं अपने नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ. तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, आपको मुझे बताना है कि इनमें से कौन सी कंपनी है जिसने डिसाइड किया है दैट इट इज गोइंग टू एक्वायर द डेनमार्क बेस्ड बेस लाइफ साइंस. तो डेनमार्क बेस्ड एक कंपनी है दैट इज बेस लाइफ साइंस, और उसको एक कंपनी एक्वायर करने वाली है, उसका उसने डिसाइड किया है. जस्ट टेल मी द नेम ऑफ दैट कंपनी. इज इट कॉग्निजेंट, जनपैक्ट, विप्रो, टेक महिंद्रा और इन्फोसिस? So guys, here the 5 options are being mentioned to you. See, these are the kind of questions which are being asked in the exam. So when I talk about the right answer is Infosys. So basically Infosys is going to acquire the Denmark based life science in $111 million. So this is the thing that you should remember from the exam point of view. Whenever such kind of acquisitions are there, you are required to remember the name of both the parties, the one which is being acquired and the one which is acquiring. तो ये दोनों parties का नाम याद रखना बहुत जरूरी है, और कई बार एग्जाम के अंदर कंसिडरेशन अमाउंट भी आ सकता है, बट इट इज वेरी लेस प्रोबेबल, बट स्टिल यू शुड कवर दैट. ठीक है जी, लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन which has inaugurated India's first facility for 3D printed rocket engineers at IIT Madras Research Park. See, we all know that IIT Madras Research Park के अंदर recently 3D printed rocket engine की जो फैसिलिटी है उसको इनॉग्रेट किया गया था. आपको बस मुझे बताना है कि इसमें से कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाज बेसिकली बिहाइंड दैट. If it was Agnikul Cosmos, Bellatrix Aerospace, Dhruv Space, Tata Advanced Systems, Mahindra Aerospace. So guys, here in this particular question the right answer is Agnikul Cosmos. So Agnikul Cosmos has basically opened this India's first rocket making facility. And see, this term, that is India's first, makes this question more important from the exam point of view, because you can see here कि इस तरीके के questions जहाँ पर India first आता है या फिर आता है कि India's largest, India's smallest. So whenever such kind of terms are being added to the news article, you are required to cover them with a special focus on them. ठीक है जी, let's move on to the next question. And here you are required to tell me the name of one of the Indian institutes. इन्होंने recently develop किया है Pivot in order to predict and analyze the cancer treatment strategies. See, Pivot is basically used to predict and analyze the cancer treatment strategies, and you are just required to tell me the name for this particular thing. So is it IIT Madras, AIIMS Delhi, Government Medical College and Hospital Chandigarh, or it is IIT Delhi or ISC Bangalore? So please kindly quickly tell me the right answer in the comment section. Choose one right option here. So Nilesh is saying option A is the right answer. Manpreet, Egon, everybody saying that option A, IIT Madras, is the right answer. That is absolutely right, guys. So this is basically the Pivot is an initiative of IIT Madras. ठीक है जी, I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is about the world's fastest graphic DRAM chip. See, this particular chip was being recently developed. Just tell me that what exactly D stands for in DRAM. Is it durable, dynamic, deletable, demand and distinctive? See guys, I want to tell you here that in the RBI Grade B exam phase 1, you can see of this year that there was a question on Deshe Stack portal. They just asked you that what does E stands for in that particular part. So whenever you find such kind of acronyms, always focus there that you are required to remember the full form of those particular acronyms as well. So that's why you are really required to remember that. So Disha here is saying that option B is the right answer, that is dynamic. So Nilesh is saying dynamic random access memory. Well done guys, I'm really glad to see that you are really rocking today. So guys, जब हम बात करते हैं इस वर्ल्ड की फास्टेस्ट ग्राफिक ड्रीम चिप, सी ये पर्टिकुलर टर्म इज बेसिकली मेकिंग दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो इसको बेसिकली ये है किसका, इसको किसने डेवलप किया है, इसको भी आपको याद रखना जरूरी है. और वो आपको क्वेश्चन में ही मेंशन था दैट सैमसंग हैज डेवलप्ड दिस पर्टिकुलर चिप, and this DRAM chip basically stands for dynamic random access memory. So these are the things that you should remember from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. Here in this question you are required to tell me the name of the state government. वो state government जिसने पार्टनर किया है recently यूनाइटेड नेशंस डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के साथ, और क्यों किया है. वी ऑलवेज टेल यू कि जब भी कोई पार्टनरशिप होती है, कोई एमओयू होता है, ऑलवेज देयर इज अ एम, अ ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एमओयू और the partnership. So please tell me that what exactly is the name of the state government which is basically partnered with the UNDP to add data in the climate resilient agriculture to the digital public good registry. Let's see who will answer the question correctly. So Harkamal, Egon, Nilesh. So everybody is saying that Telangana is the right answer to the question. That is option D, and guys, that is absolutely right. तो यहाँ पर once again I will repeat here that DICRA इसकी full form को याद रखिएगा, that is Data in Climate Resilient Agriculture. So these kind of initiatives, they are always in the news articles, and you are always required to remember them fully because there is a probability that it can be asked in the exam. ठीक है जी, let's move on to the next question. And here the question is a very easy question, that is on the important days. And you will find that such kind of questions are being asked in the exam as well. So guys, now please tell me that on which day we basically celebrate the World Youth Skills Day. See, we all know that India is having a highest proportion of youth. Now you are required to tell me that when we celebrate the World Youth Skills Day, so on what day, on which day basically the day is being celebrated. So please tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this question. Once again, I'm going to tell you that whenever there is a question on the important days, what you are required to cover? You are required to cover first of all date. And if there is a week, then you are required to remember the duration of the week. And the next important thing is that you are required to cover is the theme of that particular day. So here I'm getting the right answer. So Manpreet, Sole, Chaudhary, Neha, Sanjeet, everybody is saying that option B is the right answer. That is absolutely right. So guys, I already told you the two dimensions. The first dimension is the date that you are required to remember, that is 15th July. The second dimension is the theme. And what is the theme? The theme for this year is transforming youth skills for the future. So guys, you are the youth, you are required to basically take this country forward, and that's why that is the reason to celebrate this particular part. The World Youth Skill Day is being celebrated. ठीक है जी, और उसका थीम है ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग यूथ स्किल्स फॉर द फ्यूचर. That is what is the right answer to the question. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, you are required to name the bank which has become the first private sector bank to fully integrate the income tax portal. So recently one of the Indian bank became the first private sector bank to fully integrate the income tax portal. You are just required to tell me the name of that bank. Is it Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, RBL Bank, IndusInd Bank, or the State Bank of India? So here I'm getting the right answers. People are saying that Kotak Mahindra Bank is the right answer to the question, and guys, here it is absolutely right answer. Okay guys, so now see, whenever such kind of banks are in the news, what you are required to remember? You are always required to remember that who is the MD and CEO of that particular bank, उसकी tagline क्या है, उसका हेडक्वार्टर क्या है. सी गाइस, और जैसे जैसे नई डायमेंशन से क्वेश्चन आते रहेंगे, आई विल बी कीप ऑन टेलिंग यू दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू शुड रिमेंबर फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट. ठीक है, तो इन सभी चीजों को आपको याद रखना है एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. अब जल्दी से मुझे बताइए कि स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया के प्रेजेंट एमडी एंड सीईओ कौन है. प्लीज क्विकली टेल मी दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द राइट आंसर. See, I am asking you the question that who is the MD and CEO of State Bank of India, and I'm really glad to see that you are also telling me that who is basically presently the MD and CEO of the Kotak Mahindra Bank. Well done guys. Now also tell me that who is the MD and CEO of SBI. See, in the past two sessions I have repeatedly told you about this, that who is basically presently the MD and CEO of State Bank of India. So absolutely right guys, I have got the right answer, absolutely correct. So that's how you are really required to link. See, when you find that there are five options in the question, you are not just required to see that this was the right option. Always try to answer the question, always question yourself that what question I can frame from those particular four options that are mentioned in the question. ठीक है, जब आप उनसे relate करने लगेंगे, then that is the time when you will basically be taking your preparation to the next level. ठीक है, I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, recently Nifty 50 ETF fund of the fund was being launched. You are just required to tell me the name of that asset management company which has come up with this kind of fund. That is Nifty 50 ETF fund of fund. So let's see who will answer the question correctly. Question number 15. It's UTI Asset Management Limited, or Quantum Mutual Fund, SBI Mutual Fund, DSP Investment Managers Private Limited, or HDFC Mutual Fund. So here I am getting the right answer to the question number 15. Absolutely right guys, the right answer is Quantum Mutual Fund. So जिन लोगों ने भी यहाँ पर HDFC Mutual Fund कहा है guys, this is not the right answer. The right answer to the question is Quantum Mutual Fund. ठीक है जी, Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which of the following banks has been awarded with the best performing bank under the self-help group linkage by the NABARD? So please tell me what is the right answer. Question number 16. Which of the following banks has been awarded with the best performing bank under the self-help group bank linkages by NABARD? See guys, these kind of बैंकिंग न्यूज आर रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। जो ऐसे किसी बैंक को अवार्ड्स मिलते हैं या फिर उनको कोई स्पेशल रिकॉग्निशन मिलता है या फिर किसी बैंक को हम डोमेस्टिकली सिस्टमैटिकली इंपॉर्टेंट बैंक डिक्लेयर करते हैं, सो दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर ऑलवेज इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी रिमेंबर्ड फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। एंड व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज इंडियन बैंक। सो एग्री क्रॉस एगॉन ने दिया है इस क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर, दैट इज ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज इंडियन बैंक। लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, येस बैंक हैज रिसेंटली साइंड अ टर्म शीट विद द JCF ARC LLC and JC Flowers for the sale of bad loans worth dash. So you are just required to tell me the amount of that particular bad loan, ठीक है जी, for which Yes Bank has signed a term sheet with this particular entity, that is JCF ARC LLC and JC Flowers. So please quickly tell me that what exactly is the right answer to the question. So here I am getting the right answers, that is option number B, that is 48,000 crore guys, ठीक है जी। So 48,000 crore is the right answer to the question। And now I also request you guys, if there are your fellow aspirant friends as well who have not joined this particular session, kindly share the session with those particular people as well, so that they can also get the most out of it। See, healthy competition is always the best thing to have, and that is when you will be also enjoying this particular process, ठीक है। अगर आपका कोई friend है उसने join नहीं किया तो kindly tell them to also join here so that they can get the most out of it। Now we are moving towards the next question and it is here on your screen। So please tell me which of the following banks has been named world's best SME bank by the Euromoney। So Euromoney ने recently एक बैंक को वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट SME बैंक डिक्लेयर किया था, and you are just required to tell me the name of that particular bank। Is it HSBC Bank, Bank of America, HDFC Bank, DBS Bank or Goldman Sachs? So quickly tell me what is the right answer। Just required to tell me the name of the bank। See, अगर कोई बैंक को वर्ल्ड लेवल पर रिकॉग्निशन मिलता है, एंड दिस रियली बिकम्स द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, एंड दैट इज व्हाई सच काइंड ऑफ बैंकिंग न्यूज आर ऑलवेज देयर एंड वी ऑलवेज कवर देम so that you can successfully answer such kind of questions in the exam। And when I talk about the right answer, the right answer is DBS Bank, which was named as the world's best SME bank by the Euromoney। Absolutely right guys, Puneet, Pavitra, Sanket, Harshal, Manpreet, Agri Cross, Nilesh, everybody have answered the question correctly, well done। Let's move on to the next question। So the next question is a very important question। I am marking the star here। You are required to tell me which of the following places has been selected as the first cultural and tourism capital of SCO 2022-2023। So Shanghai Cooperation Organization ने recently announced किया that we are going to make this the first cultural and tourism capital of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization। And now you are just required to tell me the name of that particular city which has been selected as the first cultural and tourism capital। And absolutely right guys, it is none other than the beautiful, the cultural Varanasi, which is basically in Uttar Pradesh, which was declared as the first cultural and tourism capital of SCO 2022-2023। So that is absolutely right। Let's move on to the next question। The next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the state which became the first state in India to have its own internet service। So recently one of the Indian states has achieved this feat of having its own internet service, and that's how it becomes the first such state in India। And whenever a state becomes first such state in that particular category, you are always required to remember that। And when I talk about the right answer is Kerala। So Kerala ने recently यहाँ पर Kerala Fiber Optic Network Limited का एक license provide किया था इसको, and with this particular part the state become the first state in India to have its own internet services। Absolutely right guys, a very well done that all of you have answered the question correctly, that is Kerala। Let's move on to the next question। So the next question is on the guidelines which are being recently issued on the Mission Shakti scheme by the Ministry of Women and Child Development। And now you are required to tell me that Mission Shakti जो है इसमें से कौन सी सब स्कीम है, ठीक है। मिशन शक्ति किसी मिशन शक्ति has some sub schemes under it, and here you are required to tell me the name of those sub schemes। Is it Sambal, Samarthya, Sakhi, both A and B, or all A, B and C? So guys, quickly tell me that what is the right answer to this particular question। Mission Shakti scheme, What is the right answer? So absolutely right, guys. It is option D is the right answer. That is both Sambal and Samarthya. Sambal and Samarthya are the sub schemes of the Mission Shakti. And guys, here I would like to tell you that very important thing whenever you are covering any kind of scheme. What is the first important thing that you should remember? You should remember that what exactly is the name of the ministry. See, ministry कौन सी है उसका नाम याद रखना बहुत जरूरी है. पर्पस क्या है, एम क्या है उस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम का, दैट इज ऑल्सो यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू रिमेंबर. सो दीज आर द सम ऑफ द डायमेंशंस दैट यू शुड कवर व्हेन यू आर कवरिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ स्कीम. ठीक है जी. तो जब हम बात करते हैं इस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम की, सो इट वाज रिलीज बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ वुमेन एंड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट. उसका पर्पस क्या है? सी, एज द नेम सजेस्ट, मिशन शक्ति. शक्ति बेसिकली टू स्ट्रेंथनिंग समथिंग. सो हियर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम it is going to strengthen the interventions for the women's safety, security and empowerment, and that is why this particular scheme has been released by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. और उसके दो sub schemes है, that is Sambal and Samarthya. That is the thing that you should remember from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. So here you are required to tell me that as per the National E-Governance Service Delivery Assessment, the website of which of the following ministries has been ranked first under the Central Ministries portal. See, recently under the Central Ministries portal, the website of the Indian ministries were being ranked. ठीक है जी, on the base as per the National E-Governance Service Delivery. So as you all know that government of India is basically having a vision of minimum government and maximum governance. So that's why here the e-governance is really very important part to implement, to get implemented properly. So that is why this question is here. So please tell me that which ministry's website has recently been ranked first under the Central Ministries portal. So Manpreet, Harkamal, Nilesh, Agon, Nilesh, Agricross, Dolly and Manpreet, everybody is saying that it is Ministry of Home Affairs. Absolutely right, guys. The right answer is Ministry of Home Affairs. So now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which of the following places or states has been on the list of the world's 50 greatest places of 2022 released by Time Magazine? See, Time Magazine क्या करती है, वो हर साल अपने कुछ डिक्लेरेशंस करती है, लाइक द टाइम मैगजीन पर्सन ऑफ द ईयर, टाइम मैगजीन स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन ऑफ द ईयर. तो इसी तरीके के जो ये डेटाज हैं, यू शुड रिमेंबर फ्रॉम द एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, क्योंकि इस के क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम के अंदर हमेशा पूछे जाते हैं. ठीक है. सो गाइस, हियर व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, यू आर जस्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी the name of the state which was on the list of the world's 50 greatest places of 2022. Let's see who will answer the question correctly. Question number 23, and absolutely right, guys. The right answer is both Ahmedabad in the Gujarat and Kerala. So these are the two places in India which are there on the list of the world's 50 greatest places of 2022. ठीक है जी. So it was released by Time Magazine. India's Ahmedabad, Gujarat and Kerala were on the list. Ahmedabad is India's first UNESCO World Heritage City. Very important thing. I am marking the star here. Such kind of additional informations are always really a cherry on the cake that you should remember from the exam point of view. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, National Conference of the State Agriculture and Horticulture Ministers Conference was held at which of the following places? See, this is a, now we all know that we are heading towards the NABARD Grade A exam. ठीक है जी. तो अगर NABARD Grade A exam की बात करें तो it basically mentions special focus on the रूरल डेवलपमेंट एंड एग्रीकल्चर. ठीक है. तो इससे रिलेटेड गाइस जितने भी इनिशिएटिव्स हैं, जितनी कॉन्फ्रेंसेस हैं, जितने कॉन्क्लेव्स हैं, जितने प्रोग्राम्स हैं, जो भी रिसेंटली आए हैं, जितनी स्कीम्स हैं, तो उनको बहुत ही अच्छे से पढ़ लीजिएगा, बिकॉज दे आर रियली प्रोबेबल टू बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम. एंड व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन, द राइट आंसर इज बेंगलुरु, कर्नाटका. सो बेंगलुरु, कर्नाटका इज बेसिकली द प्लेस वेयर द नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ स्टेट एग्रीकल्चर एंड हॉर्टिकल्चर वाज रिसेंटली हेल्ड, एंड इट वाज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर्स वेलफेयर, मिनिस्टर ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर्स वेलफेयर. ठीक है जी. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is, IIT Madras has topped in the overall category of dash edition of the National Institutional Ranking Framework 2022. So we all know recently that NIRF rankings were being released, and here you are required to tell me the edition of this particular ranking. So please tell me that what edition of the ranking was basically recently released. We all know. See, I really believe that all of you have covered this particular part, that IIT Madras has topped this under the overall category of this particular ranking. But here the question is different. The question is asking you the edition. See, some times some out of the box, out of the lines questions are being asked in the exam, and you should be prepared for such kind of questions. ठीक है. So when I talk about the right answer to the question, the right answer is option C, that is 7th edition of NRIF rankings were being released recently. Let's move on to the next question. So in the next question, please tell me which of the following organizations has released the Jagriti mascot which was released recently. Is it Department of Science and Technology, Department of Consumer Affairs, Department of Biotechnology, CSIR or ICAR? See, Jagriti mascot was being launched recently. All of you know, all of you have covered that in the Fast Track session series. But here you are required to tell me the name of the organization which come up with such kind of mascot. And here the right answer to the question is option B, that is Department of Consumer Affairs. See, whenever such kind of mascot is being released, you are always required to remember कि उसको release किया क्यों गया था, ठीक है? So when I talk about this mascot basically empowers the consumers and it generates awareness among the consumers that what exactly their rights are. That's why we have a very catchy tagline that जागो ग्राहक जागो, ठीक है? So that's why they have basically launched the Jagriti mascot. So that is the initiative of the Department of Consumer Affairs. Moving on to the next question. As per a recent news, India is set to get its first ever underwater train in early 2023 in which of the following cities? See, once again a very important thing. India की सबसे पहली underwater train. See, whenever such kind of thing is being launched, you are always required to cover. I already told you, कहीं पर भी इंडिया का फर्स्ट आ जाता है, so you are required to remember that. ठीक है? तो इंडिया का फर्स्ट अंडरवाटर ट्रेन इनमें से कौन सी जगह पर आएगा? You are, that is what you are required to tell me for the exam point of view. So please tell me, and here people are saying that Kolkata is the right answer. So guys, absolutely right, Kolkata is the right answer to this particular question, and this train is going to cover a total distance of 16.34 kilometers, and among this 16.34 kilometer, 520 meters will be underwater. ठीक है जी? Moving on to the next question, and the next question is on the नमसाई डिक्लेरेशन. So आपको मुझे बताना है कि नमसाई डिक्लेरेशन रिसेंटली असम ने कौन सी स्टेट के साथ साइन किया था? So quickly tell me in the comment section what is the right answer. Namsai declaration. See, whenever such kind of declarations are being signed, you are always required to remember ki what are the name of the parties that are involved in the signing of that particular declaration. So please tell me what is the right answer. And here people are saying option B, and that is absolutely right. So Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer to this particular question. And the agreement in order to resolve the border disputes that Assam and Arunachal Pradesh are basically having, that are existing right now, this particular declaration is being launched in order to resolve such kind of border disputes, and this declaration is called Namsai Declaration. ठीक है जी? Now please tell me that PM Modi has inaugurated Bundelkhand Expressway of dash length. See, this was in the PIB recently, and here you can see that Bundelkhand Expressway was being inaugurated recently. Apart from remembering that in which state that this particular expressway was being launched, you are also required to remember that what exactly is the length of that Bundelkhand Expressway. Is it 304 kilometer, 296 kilometer, 341, 258 or 389 kilometer? Let's see who will answer the question correctly. So guys, quickly tell me what is the right answer. The length of the Bundelkhand Expressway. So Manpreet is saying that it is 296. So what I'm getting the right answer is option B as the right answer. That is absolutely right. So now first of all you are required to remember that in which state it is located in, that is Uttar Pradesh, in the Kaithari village. The length of it is 296 kilometer. The particular expressway has been developed by Uttar Pradesh Expressway Industrial Development Authority. ठीक है? Let's move on to the next question. The next question is, the first I2U2 Leaders Summit has been organized in virtual mode. Which of the following countries was not the part of the I2U2 grouping? See, when I talk about this I2U2, this basically resembles, it basically states you the name of the countries which are involved in this particular grouping. And now here you are required to tell me that which of the following countries are not the part of this particular grouping, that is I2U2, जिसकी पहली लीडरशिप समिट रिसेंटली ऑर्गेनाइज की गई थी. सो लेट्स सी हु विल आंसर द क्वेश्चन करेक्टली. So people are saying Italy is the right answer. Most of the people are going with option E. That is absolutely right, guys. Italy is the right answer. So when I talk about I2U2, it basically states that there are two countries which are having the name starting from I letter, and there are two countries which are having the name starting from U letter. That is India, Israel, and UAE, USA. ठीक है जी? तो ये वर्चुअल मोड के अंदर हुई थी ये पर्टिकुलर लीडरशिप समिट, ये आपको याद रखना है. और उसके दौरान यहाँ पर काफी सारे पॉसिबल एरियाज ऑफ कोऑपरेशन अमंग दीज काइंड ऑफ कंट्रीज वर बेसिकली डिस्कस्ड. ठीक है? नाउ लेट्स सी एंड प्लीज टेल मी दैट the name of the bank and the pension fund. See, here you are just required to identify the name of bank which has, along with the pension fund regulator and development authority, in association with the K Fintech, has launched a digital platform which opens a national pension system account through the mobile phone. तो मोबाइल फोन के जरिए हम अपना नेशनल पेंशन सिस्टम अकाउंट ओपन कर सकते हैं, तो उसका एक डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म लॉन्च हुआ है। और आपको मुझे बताना है कि ये प्लेटफॉर्म कौन से बैंक ने लॉन्च किया है, अलॉन्ग विद द PFRDA एंड द के फिनटेक। एंड गाइस हियर इन दिस क्वेश्चन द राइट आंसर इज बैंक ऑफ इंडिया। तो बैंक ऑफ इंडिया ने PFRDA के साथ मिलकर और के फिनटेक के साथ मिलकर इस पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म को लॉन्च किया है। ठीक है जी, अब बढ़ते हैं इंडिया की सबसे पहली आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंट पावर्ड लोक अदालत के बारे में। तो आपको मुझे बताना है कि कौन सी स्टेट है जिसने ये इंडिया की पहली AI पावर्ड लोक अदालत लॉन्च की है, इसको इंट्रोड्यूस किया है, ये कॉन्सेप्ट इंट्रोड्यूस किया है। इज इट केरला, त्रिपुरा, असम, हरियाणा, राजस्थान? सो क्विकली टेल मी व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन। सो गाइस, केरला, त्रिपुरा, असम, Haryana and Rajasthan. And here the right answer to the question is option E, that is Rajasthan. So it was introduced by Rajasthan, designed and developed by Jupiter's Justice Technologies. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, as per a recent news, India's first elevated urban expressway to be operational by 2023 will be built at a cost of, see, you can see here that there are a lot of news articles which are discussing India's first. ठीक है, तो जब भी India's first, India's largest, as I already told you, they are really very important from the exam point of view. तो इंडिया का पहला elevated urban expressway ये कौन सी ईयर तक होगा ऑपरेशनल? दैट इज ऑल्सो मेंशन, दैट इज 2023। बट उसकी कॉस्ट क्या रहेगी? दैट इज ऑल्सो यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी। So here I am getting the right answer, that is 9,000 crores, absolutely right. So basically it is the Dwarka Expressway which is connecting the Dwarka and Delhi to Gurugram in Haryana, which will be the India's first elevated urban expressway. Total cost हमें पता है, लेंथ की बात करें तो it is 29 kilometers. This is what you should remember. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is on the third G20 फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर्स एंड सेंट्रल बैंक गवर्नर्स मीटिंग। तो आपको मुझे बताना है कि इसमें से कौन सी कंट्री के अंदर ये पर्टिकुलर मीट को ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया था। इज इट इटली, मलेशिया, इंडोनेशिया, इंडिया और यूनाइटेड किंगडम? सो लेट्स सी हु विल आंसर द क्वेश्चन करेक्टली। Third G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting. See, whenever such kind of meetings are being held, you are always required to remember the venue of those meetings. कोई वेन्यू है या फिर कोई डिक्लेरेशन साइन हुआ है तो आपको इसके बारे में जानकारी रखना जरूरी है। सो व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी, इंडोनेशिया। सो एगॉन टर्गेरियन हैज गिवन द आंसर करेक्टली, दैट इज इंडोनेशिया। ठीक है जी, मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। वंस अगेन यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द इंडियन बैंक व्हिच हैज बीन नॉमिनेटेड बाय JCB फॉर इक्विपमेंट फाइनेंसिंग बिजनेस। तो JCB ने अपने इक्विपमेंट फाइनेंसिंग बिजनेस के लिए एक बैंक के साथ MOU साइन किया है। व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट बैंक? दैट you are required to tell me in the comment section. And guys, here the right answer to the question is option B, that is Karnataka Bank. तो कर्नाटका बैंक के साथ JCB बैंक ने recently MOU साइन किया है जिसमें उसने उसको नॉमिनेट किया है एज अ प्रेफर्ड फाइनेंशियर, एंड द पर्पस इज बेसिकली इक्विपमेंट फाइनेंसिंग बिजनेस, so that the people who want to purchase the equipments of the JCB, what they can do, they can just get it financed from the Karnataka Bank. So that is what the aim of that particular partnership is all about. Now moving on to the next question. The next question is, which of the following banks has recently associated with the Central Board of Direct Taxes to launch a new online tax payment service? Is it Central Bank or Central Bank of India, Nainital Bank Limited, DCB Bank Limited or Federal Bank? So let's see who will answer the question correctly. Here in this question, you are required to tell me that which bank has associated with the CBDT to launch a new online tax payment service. See, whenever such kind of new portals or new services are being launched, they become important from the exam point of view to be covered. ठीक है जी, that is why this particular thing is in the news, and that is why you are required to tell me the same in the comment section below. So I'm getting the right answers. People are opting the option number E, that is Federal Bank is the right answer, and that is absolutely right, guys. So Federal Bank has registered under TIN 2.0 platform of the Income Tax Department in association with the CBDT to launch a new online tax payment service. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, which of the following institutes has recently awarded with the Sardar Patel Outstanding Icon Institute Award 2021? See guys, once again you can see here that this particular question is related to your a very important question for your NABARD Grade A exam, because it is related to ARD. क्योंकि यहाँ पर बात हो रही है अवार्ड्स की, दैट इज बेसिकली विद द सरदार पटेल आउटस्टैंडिंग आइकर इंस्टीट्यूट अवार्ड। एंड गाइस, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दिस आइकर? इट इज Indian Council of Agriculture Research. That is why it is important. So when we talk about the right answer is National Academy of Agriculture Research Management. NAARM is the right answer. So you must remember such kind of data. I am marking the star here क्योंकि ऐसे जो awards recently दिए गए हैं, कोई recognitions दिए हैं, कोई declarations हुई हैं regarding the ARD. See, when ARD is there, you are really required to remember that particular news. ठीक है जी. Moving on to the next question. So, who among the following has been recently appointed as the MD and CEO of the National Stock Exchange India Limited? So, NSE Limited के recently MD and CEO के लिए किसको यहाँ पर appoint किया गया है? Is it Vikram Limai, Vikramjit Sen, Ashish Chauhan, Chitra Ramkrishna or Rajiv Lal? And guys, here the right answer to the question is Ashish Chauhan. So, Ashish Chauhan has been recently appointed as the MD and CEO of the National Stock Exchange India Limited. And to the question number 38, Dolly has answered the question correctly. Dolly, Harkamal, Puneet, Nilesh, Agon, everybody have answered the question correctly. Guys, I'm really glad that you are really going well in this particular session. So Ritik Kali is saying that, sir, is this class is being conducted daily? See, we basically conduct this kind of session on the weekend so that we can revise all the particular fast track sessions of the GA that we covered in the whole week. ठीक है, तो उस पूरी week की आपकी revision अच्छे से हो सके, because revision is the best thing. और यहाँ से you can also get the analysis that whether what are the areas on which you are required to work on, where you are lagging behind, that you should touch and focus on to make it your strength as well. ठीक है, I hope that this is basically you have got it the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, which of the following Indian Navy vessel has recently been decommissioned by the Indian Navy in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh after servicing for 35 years? See, a memorable moment as this particular part. See, this Indian Navy vessel which has served for 35 years has been decommissioned, and this particular Navy vessel was basically located in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So please tell me what is the right answer to this particular question. So guys, here the right answer is INS Sindhu Dhwaj. So INS Sindhu Dhwaj is the right answer to the question. Kindly remember the name. It can be asked on the exam. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is, kindly tell me the name of the company which has launched Falcon 9 rocket from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Is it Virgin Orbit, SpaceX, Blue Origin, United Launch Alliance or the Rocket Lab? So here in this particular question the right answer is SpaceX. तो SpaceX ने guys ये recently launch किया है Falcon 9 rocket को from the NASA Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Let's move on to the next question. See guys, this is a very important session and a rapid fire session, so you must be very quick with your answers and attempting them in the comment section. ठीक है जी, let's speed up with this particular part. Next question, which of the following companies has launched pay as you drive? So guys, pay as you drive, as we all know कि e-commerce company पे यहाँ पर कुछ नए initiatives हैं like pay later वाला, ठीक है, buy now pay later. So similarly with some kind of concept only, the insurance companies are also coming up with such kind of things like pay as you drive. So guys, here kindly tell me that what exactly the right answer to this particular question is. So quickly tell me what is the right answer. So guys, there is a small request to all of you. If you are having any kind of queries, you can just note down your queries and you can ask the queries at the end of the session, so that so that we can maintain the flow of this particular session. ठीक है जी? So Ritik, kindly note this particular point. Let's see that what exactly is the right answer to the question. The right answer is absolutely right. Agricross, Manpreet, Puneet, everybody has answered the question correctly. That is option C. ठीक है जी? So here the right answer is Go Digit General Insurance. Okay, that's really good. Let's move on to the next question. So Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnanda has won the Open A section of the 15th International Chess Open Festival by defeating. See, always remember that whenever a person wins a event, you are also required to remember that the name of the person who got defeated. ठीक है जी, तो विनर के साथ साथ आपको रनर अप का नाम याद रखना भी जरूरी है, बिकॉज इट कैन बिकम द प्रोबेबल क्वेश्चन इन द एग्जाम. सो इन द एग्जाम आपको ये रियलाइज नहीं होना चाहिए कि काश मैंने उस टाइम पढ़ा होता. सो ऑलवेज मेंटेन इट फ्रॉम नो ऑनवर्ड्स कि कभी भी किसी विनर का नाम देखते हैं तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दैट हु वाज अ रनर अप एज वेल, कौन सी कंट्री से थे, तो ये सब भी चीजें आपको याद रखने की जरूरत है. ठीक है जी, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. हियर द राइट आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज अलेक्जेंडर प्रेडके इज द राइट आंसर, जिसको डिफीट किया था आर प्रगनंदा ने इन ऑर्डर टू विन द 15th इंटरनेशनल चेस ओपन फेस्टिवल. Moving on to the next question. Who among the following has defeated China's Wang Yi to clinch Singapore Open 2022 Super 500 title. See guys, Singapore Open 2022 Super 500 title. इसमें यहाँ पर चाइना के वैंग जी को किससे कौन से प्लेयर ने डिफीट किया है in order to win this particular title. Let's see who will answer the question correctly. So here options are Ashwini Ponappa, Jwala Gutta, Pusarla Venkat Sindhu, or Tai Zu Ying, or Akane Yamaguchi. So guys, here the right answer to the question is option C, that is Pusarla Venkat Sindhu. So basically, she defeated China's Wang Zi and she won the Singapore Open 2022 Super 500 title. Moving on to the next question, and the next question is on the very, very famous personality from South Africa, that is Nelson Mandela ji. So here you are going to tell me that Nelson Mandela International Day is celebrated across the world. On which date? Is it 16th July or 88th July, 15th July, 12th July, or none of the above? So guys, here the right answer to the question is option E, that is none of the above, as the right answer to this particular question is 18th of July. Okay, ji, it is not always there that you will get the answer in the options. There are times when you will not get the answer in the option, and the right option will be the none of the above, and that is why here also the right answer to the question is none of the above. The option is basically the right answer is 18th July 2022, and I also told you that whenever there is a news on the international day, you are required to remember the theme as well as the date. So date is 18th July. What is the theme? The theme is do what you can with what you have and where you are. A very important message from this theme that they are trying to give. Okay, ji, moving on to the next question. When is World Day for the International Justice is being observed across the world? See, these international days are also very important, and very often they are being asked in the exam, and that is why you are required to remember. For example, I can tell you that in the RBI Grade B Phase 1 exam this year, there was a question on the Coal Miners Day, that when is the Coal Miners Day is being celebrated. So as we all know that the exam is in the month of September, so last 3 months are really very important from the exam, and that is why this session is really very important. And the right answer to the question is option B, that is 17th of July. The purpose was to honor the organizations that work to bring justice to the victims of international criminal acts. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is on the James Webb telescope, and guys, see, first यहाँ तक देखते ही आपको यह अंदाजा हो जाना चाहिए कि क्वेश्चंस के अंदर बेसिकली पूछा क्या गया है. Here it is just asking you that the James Webb telescope is basically belongs to which of the following organizations? Is it NASA, JAXA, ESA, Roscosmos, and CNES? So quickly tell me what is the right answer. James Webb telescope. So guys, here the right answer to the question is, so Nilesh is saying right, absolutely option A, that is NASA. So Nilesh, Harkamal, Manpreet, Dolly, Agon, Agricross, everybody is rocking today. Everybody is giving the right answer. That is NASA. So guys, please tell me that JAXA belongs to which one of the following countries? JAXA जो space agency है, ये कौन सी country की है? Quickly tell me in the comment section. वंस अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू कि आप ऑप्शंस के साथ भी क्वेश्चंस को एसोसिएट करके उनके बारे में एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन याद रखेंगे, देन यू विल बी टेकिंग द your preparation levels at the next level. So when I talk about JAXA, it is basically of the Japan. ठीक है जी. Similarly, ESA is of the Europe, and when I talk about the Roscosmos, it is basically of Russia. So really good to see that various people are answering the question correctly. Well done, guys. Really glad to see this. Let's move on to the question number 47. And now we will be speeding up with this particular session. So the next question is, which of the following institutes has topped in the pharmacy category of the 7th edition of National Institutional Ranking Framework? So we have discussed this, that this was the 7th edition of NIRF rankings. We have already discussed IIT Madras was a topper. Now tell me that in the pharmacy category, which of the following institutes has topped this particular rankings? Is it AIMS Delhi, Institute of Chemical Technology, LM College of Pharmacy, Jamia Hamdard, or none of the above? And guys, here the right answer is option D, that is Jamia Hamdard University, which has topped the pharmacy category in the 7th edition of the National Institutional Ranking Framework. Very well done, guys. Let's move on to the next question. So PM of India has unveiled a 40 feet high Shatabdi Smriti Stamp. जस्ट टेल मी कि कौन सी स्टेट के अंदर इस पर्टिकुलर स्तंभ को यहां पर अनवील किया गया है, द 40 फीट हाई शताब्दी स्मृति स्तंभ. It is at the Legislative Assembly complex of which one of the following states? And it is basically Bihar, where the Shatabdi Smriti Stamp has been established. Well done, guys. We are really rocking. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is, on the 4th edition of Global Financial Inclusion Report, I already told you that this report is basically being released by the World Bank. ठीक है जी। तो आपको मुझे बताना है कि एज पर दिस रिपोर्ट इंडिया इज अमंग 7 नेशंस वेयर डैश नंबर ऑफ एडल्ट्स आर विदाउट एक्सेस टू द फॉर्मल बैंकिंग। सी वी ऑल नो, और इसी के लिए यहाँ पर फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी वीक भी आरबीआई बेसिकली सेलिब्रेट करता है, ताकि लोगों को अवेयरनेस हो, फॉर्मल बैंकिंग के अंदर वो आए, वो सर्विसेज का फायदा उठाएं, and basically that's how we can formalize all these unorganized workers, unorganized sector, by bringing them under this particular formal system of lending. ठीक है जी। So when I talk about the right answer to this particular question, the right answer is option A. So Sanjeet, Dolly, Puneet, everybody have answered the question correctly. That is 1.4 billion people. So you see guys, here you can see that 1.4 billion people are still there in India which are not having the access to the formal banking services. This is where our country needs to work on. But for now we are moving towards the next question, which is on the Global Gender Gap Index, which was released by the World Bank. You are required to tell me the name of the country which has topped this index. And I think this was the homework question for all of you. But see here this particular question is basically being asked. ठीक है जी। तो आपके लिए क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी बना रखा था और होमवर्क आपको इसलिए दिया था कि सो दैट यू कैन जस्ट गो एंड सर्च इट विद इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन टाइम कि क्या है उसका आंसर, ताकि आप आगे आने वाले टाइम में उसको आंसर कर सकें। सो आई एम गेटिंग द राइट आंसर टू द पीपल हियर। द राइट आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज आइसलैंड। सो आइसलैंड इज क्वेश्चन का सही आंसर एंड वी ऑल नो दैट इंडिया वाज रैंक्ड 135 आउट ऑफ 146 countries in this particular index. Very well done guys. So guys, we have till now covered the 50 questions and we are halfway through this particular session. So quickly tell me, how's the Josh? Are you guys enjoying this particular session or not? Quickly tell me in the comment section whether whether you guys are enjoying the session or not, enjoying the questions or not, and the way they are being conducted here. So guys, quickly tell me, let's see that what exactly how you guys are feeling basically about this particular session. So really glad to see all of your responses here in the comment section. Well done guys, really glad to see this. Now let's move on to the next question. So keep your Josh high, because this is the time that you should be covering a 50 more questions in this particular session. And guys, here the next question is on the screen. So Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare has formed a 29-member panel to make the MSP effective. ठीक है जी। Now you are required to tell me the panel will be headed by. Please tell me what is the right answer. Who among the following is going to head this particular panel? The 29-member panel, why this has been launched? This has been launched to make the MSP effective. And here when I talk about the right answer is option C, that is Sanjay Agarwal. So guys, Sanjay Agarwal is the right answer to this particular question. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is, Open Network Digital Commerce Network has expanded to 15 new cities and उसने यहाँ पर एक one of the e-commerce major के साथ tie up किया है for the launch of fashion, home and beauty and personal care on the network. So just tell me the name of that e-commerce major with which ONDC has come up with this kind of partnership to launch the fashion, home and beauty. And here the options are Snapdeal, Flipkart, Amazon, Nykaa and Myntra. And guys, here the right answer is Snapdeal. So Snapdeal is the right answer to the question number 52. The right answer is Snapdeal. So all those people who are answering the question option B, that is Flipkart, is the right answer. Guys, this is not the right answer. The right answer is option A, that is Snapdeal. Let's move on to the next question. So next question is on the Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, which has signed an MOU with the Software Technology Park of India. और ये जो इन्होंने MOU sign किया है, this is basically to establish Industry 4.0 Center of Excellence. So quickly tell me that on which place this particular Center of Excellence will be established. Is it in Kolkata, Surat, Varanasi, Visakhapatnam or Hisar? Let's see who will answer the question correctly in the comment section. Here the question is on the Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited. And here guys, the right answer is option D, that is Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh के अंदर Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited अपना Industry 4 Center of Excellence launch करने वाला है. That is what you should remember from the exam point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. So we all know that PM Modi has recently unveiled the sprint challenges, and I already told you that whenever you find such kind of acronyms, what you are meant to do, you are required to remember the full form of such kind of acronyms. And the question here is on the same. Here you are required to tell me that what exactly S stands for in sprint. And here I'm getting the right answers from the people. People are saying option D is the right answer. Guys, option D is absolutely right. The right answer is supporting. So let's see that quickly what exactly sprint stands for. Sprint stands for supporting pole vaulting in R&D through IDX, NIIO and TDAC. That is what is the right answer to this question. The right answer is option D. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is on the BRICS 8th Labor and Employment Ministers meet. See, earlier we covered the G20 meet and now this is the BRICS 8th Labor and Employment Ministers meet. So whenever such kind of meets are being held, you are always required to remember कि कौन सी country की presidency के अंदर इस particular meet को conduct किया गया था. And here guys the right answer to the question is option C, that is China. और अगली मीटिंग की जब हम बात करें that is which will be taking place in year 2023, तो वो जो मीट होगी guys आपकी होगी साउथ अफ्रीका के अंडर. This is what you should remember. Now tell me that Morgan Stanley has lowered India's fiscal year 2023 GDP forecast to what percent? See, we all know that GDP forecasts are really very important from the exam point of view. और आपको मुझे बताना है कि recently Morgan Stanley ने जो इंडिया की GDP forecast है उसको lower down किया था, तो उसको वो कौन से लेवल पे किया है? And here the right answer is option C, that is 7.3%. और जब हम बात करते हैं fiscal year 2024 की, तो उसको भी उन्होंने lower down किया है from 6.7% to 6.4%. ठीक है जी, तो fiscal year 2023 we have covered fiscal year 2024. The name of the company is Morgan Stanley. Moving on to the next question. So guys, the next question is, you are required to tell me who among the following has recently secured the first rank in the Forbes real-time ranking of the world's billionaires list July 2022. Is it Mukesh Ambani, Gautam Adani, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos? See guys, here I have already given you extra information here about Gautam Adani and Mukesh Ambani. तो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो कि Gautam Adani was on the 4th rank, Mukesh Ambani was on the 10th rank. So all these two particular options can be eliminated. Now out of the 3 remaining options, kindly quickly tell me that what is the right answer. To the question number 57, absolutely right guys, the right answer is Elon Musk, the man who was basically trying to buy out the Twitter, and he is the person who has got the first rank in the Forbes real-time ranking of the world's billionaires list. Now moving on to the next question. The next question is on the JC Daniel Award 2021. Kindly quickly tell me that what exactly is the name of the person who has won this, who has been conferred with the JC Daniel Award 2021. And guys, here the right answer to the question is option E, that is KP Kumaran. ठीक है जी, moving on to the next question. The next question is, which one of the following e-commerce majors has signed a pact with the Bihar State Skill Development Mission to launch skill training initiative for e-commerce logistics sector in Bihar? Quickly tell me what is the right answer. You are just required to tell me the name of the e-commerce जिसने साइन किया है बिहार के स्टेट स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन के साथ in order to launch skill training initiative. See, जो हमारा e-commerce का लॉजिस्टिक सेक्टर है उनकी स्किल ट्रेनिंग अगर हम कराएं बिहार के अंदर, so that's how it is really going to impact their efficiency, and that's why such kind of initiative has been taken, and that's why such kind of MOU has been signed with a e-commerce so that they can skill and train those particular people here. And here the right answer to the question is option A, that is Flipkart. So Manpreet, Puneet, Manpreet, Nilesh, everybody is saying that the right answer is Flipkart. Well done guys. Moving on to the next question. So in the next question you are required to tell me about the present chairman of ISRO. Who is presently the chairman of ISRO? So we all know that K. Sivan was earlier the chairman of ISRO. He is not the present chairman. You are required to tell me among these 4 people that who is presently the chairman of ISRO. So this name you must have seen, as recently a movie was being released, that is Rocketry, the Nambi Effect. So here these kind of options are basically mentioned here to make you confused, to confuse you, to basically get you in the trap. This particular kind of options are being mentioned here, and absolutely right guys, but you guys are really smart here that you have not got into that particular trap. And here the right answer is option A, that is S. Somnath. Very well done guys, really glad to see this. Manpreet is saying Bengaluru, Karnataka. Very good. Moving on to the next question. Who among the following has authored the book titled The Resilient Entrepreneur, The Strategies to Set You for Up Success? So this particular book which has been titled, the mention of the name of the title has been mentioned here. You are just required to tell me the name of the person who has authored this particular book. Is it Jhumpa Lahiri, Drishti Shah, Kiran Desai, Anita Desai or Arundhati Roy? So these are the famous authors in India, and that's why their name has been mentioned here. You are just required to tell me that who among the following has authored this particular book. So quickly tell me what is the right answer. Absolutely right. The right answer is option B, that is Dhruti Shah. So Dhruti Shah is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Now tell me which of the following states has become the first Indian state to connect all the registered commercial vehicles equipped with the vehicle location tracking device with the emergency response support system. See guys, a very important initiative that this particular state government has taken, that they are connecting all the registered commercial vehicles. ठीक है, जितने भी हमारे कमर्शियल व्हीकल्स हैं जो रजिस्टर्ड है, उनको व्हीकल लोकेशन ट्रैकिंग डिवाइस के साथ इक्विप कराया गया है। ठीक है, जिससे कि और यहाँ पर इमरजेंसी रिस्पांस सपोर्ट सिस्टम की भी फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड की गई है। एंड हेयर द राइट आंसर इज एब्सोल्युटली ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज हिमाचल प्रदेश। सो एगॉन, डॉली, आयुषी, एग्रीक्रॉस, everybody is giving the right answer, that is option D. Now tell me that which of the following places, that in which of the following places the Artificial Intelligence and Defense Exhibition and Symposium 2022 was recently taken place. So guys, see, once again I'm telling you that whenever such kind of exhibitions and symposiums or the conclave or the conference are being held, you are required to tell me that what exactly, you are required to remember that what exactly was the venue of such kind of exhibition or the symposium. And here the right answer to the question is option B, that is New Delhi. So very well done guys, all of you have answered the question correctly. That is option B, New Delhi. Moving on to the next question, which of the following organization has released the India Bioeconomy Report 2022? So guys, we all know that recently India Bioeconomy Report 2022 was released. So whenever such a kind of a report is released, you are always required to remember that what exactly is the name of the releasing body. तो उसकी releasing body क्या है, आपको उसके बारे में जानकारी रखना बेहद जरूरी है। And here guys, the right answer is option B, absolutely right, that is BIRAC. ठीक है जी, मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द कंट्री विच हैज टॉप्ड द हेनले पासपोर्ट इंडेक्स 2022. So guys, Henley Passport Index 2022 was being launched recently. तो यहाँ पर आपके लिए पहला क्वेश्चन आता है कि बेसिकली कौन सी कंट्री ने इसको टॉप किया है। उसके बाद हम क्वेश्चन करेंगे कि इंडिया की रैंक क्या होने वाली है। बट क्विकली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेल मी दैट व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर, विच कंट्री टॉप्ड द Henley Passport Index 2022? And here the right answer is Japan. Absolutely right guys. Now tell me that what exactly was the India's rank in the recently released Henley Passport Index 2022? So when I talk about the India's rank in the recently released Henley Passport Index 2022, the right answer is 87th. So please remember that what exactly is India's rank, it is 87th. ठीक है जी, very good, very well done. I'm getting some additional information about these particular rankings as well in the comment section. Very well done guys. So this should be your preparation level when you are covering such kind of न्यूज आर्टिकल्स। ठीक है जी, अब मुझे क्विकली बताइए कि इनमें से कौन से बैंक ने ईज माई ट्रिप के साथ एक को ब्रांडेड क्रेडिट कार्ड लॉन्च किया है, उसके लिए पार्टनरशिप की है। इज इट कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक, स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक, सिटी बैंक, यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया और द स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया? क्विकली टेल मी द राइट आंसर. You are just required to tell me the name of the bank which is partnered with the Ease My Trip to launch co-branded credit card. Absolutely right. The right answer is Standard Chartered Bank. So the next question. RBI stipulated a dash tier regulatory structure. A very easy question, but a question which is really probable to be asked in the exam. तो RBI ने recently एक regulatory structure for the urban cooperative banks has been launched in order to strengthen the financial soundness of the existing urban cooperative banks. So you're just required to tell me that how many tier regulatory structure is being created by the RBI for these urban cooperative banks. And here the right answer is option D, that is 4. So basically it is a 4-tier structure, regulatory structure which has been stipulated by the Reserve Bank of India for the urban cooperative banks. The aim of that has already been mentioned here. So this question has been answered correctly by Manpreet, Harkamal, Agricross, Ayushi, Egon, Ajay. Everybody is rocking. That is really very good to see. And now let's move on to the next question. Kindly quickly tell me the name of which of the following organizations, the insurance companies, has partnered with the DBS Bank for the to offer life insurance products to the customers of the DBS Bank. Basically guys, it is a bank insurance, ठीक है, बैंक इंश्योरेंस अग्रीमेंट, जिसके अंदर एक इंश्योरेंस कंपनी बैंक के साथ अग्रीमेंट साइन करती है, जिसके अंदर वो बैंक के जो कस्टमर्स हैं उनको वो इंश्योरेंस सर्विसेज, अपने प्रोडक्ट्स सेल करती है, प्रोवाइड कराती है. एंड द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज बेसिकली ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज बजाज अलियांस. सी गाइज, once again a very important thing that I would like to mention here, that you can find out in the comment section, in the options, that the options are basically resembling to each other. For example, you can see that there is an option on Bajaj Finserv, there is an option of Bajaj Alliance, but you should be prepared very well to see such kind of options, and in the exam you will find such kind of options as well. That is why such kind of options has been brought here for you, so that you can bifurcate between such options and you can answer the question correctly in the exam. ठीक है जी. Now tell me that which one of the following state was the top FDI equity recipient state in the research and development in year 2021? We all know recently Ministry of Commerce and Industry has come up with the data on the research and development fundings. ठीक है जी, from the foreign fundings. And now here the question is, you are just required to tell me the name of the state which was the top FDI equity recipient state in R&D in year 2021, and here the right answer is Karnataka. So guys, Karnataka is the right answer. And when I talk about the country which was the top investing country, it was basically Singapore. And apart from that, FDI equity inflow in research and development sector hiked to USD 343.64 million, a very important number that you should remember from the exam point of view. See, last year the number was basically around 290, and now this year it is basically 343.64, a huge improvement which has been made in this particular part by Indian government. ठीक है जी, now next question is on the awardee, and you are required to tell me the person who has been recently conferred with the Shiromani Award. तो Shiromani Award इनमें से कौन से person को मिला है recently? That is what you are required to tell me in the comment section here. So quickly tell me, it's Bharti Kher, Arpita Singh, Anjali Ella Menon, Michelle Punawala, or Nalini Malani. Quickly tell me what is the right answer to the question number 71, guys. Shiromani Award, and Shiromani Award was being conferred to Michelle Punawala recently for her work in the art field. So that is what is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is on one of the person who has won the Perodua Malaysia Masters 2022. And see, as I already told you that you are not just required to remember the name of the person, you are also required to remember the person who got defeated in the final, and apart from that, the country from where both of these persons belongs to. And this question is basically on the same. And here you are required to tell me that Chico Ora Dwi Vardayo belongs to which country, and this particular person is a person who won the Perodua Malaysia Masters 2022, and here the right answer is option C, that is Indonesia. So guys, in the men's singles title, you can see here the winner was this particular person. When I talk about the runner-up, it is Angus Ng Ka Long, and he is from Hong Kong. When I talk about the women's singles title, it was won by South Korean player, that is An Se Young. That is what you should remember from the exam point of view. Now tell me the name of the Indian state which has recently launched the Swanirbar Nari scheme. See, whenever such kind of scheme is there, always remember that what exactly is the aim of that scheme. The aim of it is to empower and financially support the indigenous weavers of Assam and their families. And quickly tell me what is the right answer to the question. Is it Meghalaya, Kerala, Bihar, Assam, or both? B and C, that is Kerala and Bihar. So guys, here the right answer to the question is option D, that is Assam. So basically Assam government has launched the Swanirbar Nari scheme. A very important thing, guys, and this topic is really very important because it caters to the syllabus as well, that is social, that is of the gender issues. And guys, here you can see that this scheme has been launched to empower and financially support the indigenous weavers of Assam and their families. ठीक है जी, moving on to the next question. So the next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the organization जिसने अपॉइंट किया है recently, जिसे अपॉइंट किया गया है उत्तर प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट द्वारा to suggest plans to make it a USD $1 trillion economy. तो उत्तर प्रदेश गवर्नमेंट ने रिसेंटली एक बहुत ही अच्छा स्टेप लिया है, एंड दे आर टारगेटिंग to become a $1 trillion USD economy in itself, and for that they have basically hired a consultant. तो वो consultant है क्या? Basically this is what you are required to tell me, and here the right answer is Deloitte India. Option C is the right answer to this question. Now let's move on to the next question, that is World Paperback Day. So quickly tell me about the World Paperback Day. It is being celebrated every year on which of the following days? Is it 4th July, 3rd July, 12th July, 8th July, and 5th July? And guys, here the right answer is 12th July. And whenever we cover the important days, I already told you what you are required to remember. You are required to remember the theme of it as well. So when I talk about the World Paperback Day, the theme for it for year 2022 was, if you are fantastic, do something dramatic to cut the plastic used paper bags. So this is what this particular paper bag day, World Paperback Day, is basically giving the message to the whole world. Now tell me the next important question, that is on the World Chess Day. See, we already told you that we have covered some of the events in which it was being mentioned that who was the winner, who was Indian Grandmaster who won that particular open. But what about the World Chess Day? See guys, we always ignore such kind of questions, and these are the questions which basically break us when we appear in the exam, and that is why you should remember such kind of questions as well. So quickly tell me what is the right answer to the question number 76. The question is World Chess Day, and guys, here the right answer is 20th July. So 20th July is the right answer to this question when we basically discuss the World Chess Day. So absolutely right, guys. Har Kamal has answered the question correctly. Har Kamal, Manpreet, Puneet, Dolly, everybody is rocking today. Moving on to the next question. Just tell me the name of the state which has topped the India Innovation Index 2021 among the category of major states. तो major states की category के अंदर India Innovation Index. See guys, a very important index. So quickly tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this question. मेजर स्टेट्स कैटेगरी के अंदर इंडिया इनोवेशन इंडेक्स के अंदर कौन सी स्टेट ने टॉप किया था? इज इट कर्नाटका, वेस्ट बंगाल, ओडिशा, तमिलनाडु एंड नन ऑफ द अबव? So guys, here the right answer to the question is option A, that is Karnataka. Or whenever you are covering any kind of index, and guys, see India Innovation Index, a very important index. It is being released by the Niti Aayog. So when I talk about the top performers in the different kind of categories, so here you can see that this particular index ranks the Indian states across three categories, that is major states, northeastern and hill states, and the UT and city states. So when I talk about the state which was the top performer in the major state, it was Karnataka. Among the northeast and hill states, it was Manipur, and among the UT and city states, it was Chandigarh, which has topped the India Innovation Index 2021. Now the next question. Recently, a report that is being titled as Digital Banks, a proposal for licensing and regulatory regime for India was being released. You are required to tell me the name of the organization which has come up with this particular report. See guys, this particular report is basically from regarding to the banking, and basically which organization will be releasing such kind of report? Here is the exception here. See, we always think that organization will be either NABARD or it will be RBI. Most of the times it is all RBI only, which basically releases such kind of reports. But this time it is an exception, and that is why this question has been brought here up for all of you. And here you can see that the report is the Digital Banks, a proposal for licensing and regulatory regime for India. And from this only people can get the idea that okay, it is talking about the regulatory, so it must be RBI, because banks की बात करें तो regulatory bodies are RBI, but this is not the case. This is the exception. The right answer is Niti Aayog. I'm marking the star here. Moving on to the next question. So quickly tell me the name of the Indian airport which has been built as India's first carbon neutral airport. See guys, a very important question once again. India का पहला carbon neutral airport इनमें से कौन सा बना है? So recently it has been built, and here the right answer to the question is option B, that is Leh Airport. So well done Puneet, you have answered the question correctly. So option B is the right answer, that is Leh Airport. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the country with which India has recently signed an MOU on the wildlife conservation. तो wildlife conservation के लिए और sustainable biodiversity utilization के लिए एक MOU recently Indian government ने sign किया था one of the countries के साथ. You are just required to tell me that what exactly is the name of that particular country. Is it South Africa, USA, Uganda, Mozambique, or Namibia? So guys, here in this question, the right answer is option E, that is Namibia. So Namibia is the right answer. And now, see guys, whenever such kind of countries are there in the news, always remember that you are also required to remember that what exactly is the capital of that particular country, currency of that particular country, और उसके अलावा आपको करना है उसका president और प्राइम मिनिस्टर. तो ये सब इनिशिएटिव्स गाइस, ये सब डिटेल्स आपको कवर करनी होंगी उन सब कंट्रीज के बारे में जो कि रिसेंटली न्यूज के अंदर रहे हैं. ठीक है जी, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. नाउ टेल मी विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हैज रिसेंटली अनाउंस्ड कि दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विल बी गिविंग अप USD $200 million to the government of India for Himachal Pradesh Power Sector Development Program. See, we all know that a lot of organizations are there in the world which basically gives the loans. ठीक है जी, तो ये जो वो लोन देते हैं, तो यहाँ पर बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, बहुत सारी स्टेट्स हैं, बहुत सारे कंट्रीज हैं जिनको लोन दिया जाता है. और इंडिया की जब हम स्पेसिफिकली बात की जाए तो इंडिया की एक पर्टिकुलर स्टेट के पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव के लिए भी ऐसे लोन्स प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई कैन गिव यू द एग्जांपल हियर दैट इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च वर्ल्ड बैंक gave a loan of $125 million so that in order to enhance the accessibility towards the social services which are being launched by the West Bengal government. So that is why you are really required to bifurcate within such kind of news articles, and that is why this is really very important. So when I talk about the right answer to this particular question, the right answer is option A, that is World Bank. So World Bank is the right answer to this particular question. Let's move on to the next question, and the next question is on the prime minister of one of the countries who has resigned recently. The name of the person is being mentioned here, that is Mario Draghi. And with this particular name you are required to identify the name of the country कि ये कौन सी country के prime minister थे जिन्होंने recently resign किया है. And here guys, the right answer to the question is option E, that is Italy. So Italy is the right answer to this particular question. So Agricross is saying that recently ADB ने HP के safe drinking water के लिए ये particular loan provide किया है. अच्छा. So moving on to the next question. The next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the bank which has partnered with the Easy Diner to launch co-branded credit card. Is it IndusInd Bank, Yes Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank or Axis Bank? Quickly tell me what is the right answer to the question. Easy Diner के साथ कौन से बैंक ने टाई अप किया है for the co-branded credit card? And guys, here the right answer is IndusInd Bank, which has basically partnered with the Easy Diner. ठीक है जी, let's move on to the next question. So recently one of the Indian bank has announced that they will be raising up 11,000 crore rupees via additional tier 1 and tier 2 bonds. So tier 1 or tier 2 bonds say they are going to raise 11,000 crore rupees, which is a very huge amount. But what exactly is the name of that particular bank which has come up with such kind of announcement? That is what you are required to tell me in the question. See guys, once again I'm telling you that these particular banks news are really very important and they are probable to be asked in the exam. I've also given you the reference to the PYQs as well, that why these are important. Okay, so after understanding this particular part, you must be thorough about this, that why these kind of news articles are really very important. And to this question the right answer is option C, that is State Bank of India. Moving on to the next question. So you are required to tell me the name of the company with which NASSCOM has partnered along with the Indian Society of Agribusiness Professionals to set up DG Vani call center. See, whenever such kind of initiative is being taken, you are really required to remember about that initiative. और यहाँ पर मैं आपको एक चीज बता देता हूँ guys, why exactly this initiative has been taken: to help the women farmers. So first of all, it is related to the farmers, and most importantly it is specifically focusing the women farmers, and that makes this question a very very important question. So when I talk about the question number 85, the right answer is option B, that is Google. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is, name the first indigenous human passenger drone of India recently developed by the Sagar Defense Engineering. तो Sagar Defense Engineering ने recently एक इंडिया का पहला इंडिजिनस ह्यूमन पैसेंजर ड्रोन लॉन्च किया था. आपको मुझे बताना है कि इसमें से कौन सी वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. सॉरी, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ड्रोन विच इज द इंडियाज फर्स्ट इंडिजिनस ह्यूमन पैसेंजर ड्रोन. And here I am getting the right answers. That is option E, Varuna. And here this particular question has been asked correctly by Manpreet, Dolly, Agricross, Nilesh, Manpreet, and so that's it. So these are the people who are the top performers in this particular question. Moving on to the next question. The next question is on the United Nations first International Moon Day. See guys, this is the initiative which has been taken for the very first time, and that is why this is really very important from the exam point of view. So quickly tell me that on which day we celebrate the United Nations first International Moon Day. So guys, International Moon Day is the thing that you should remember from the exam point of view. Quickly tell me what is the right answer. On which day we celebrate the International Moon Day? So I'm getting the right answer from the people here. Absolutely right. The right answer is 20th July. That is option A. Very well done guys. I'm really glad that your preparations are really going awesome when we talk about for the upcoming exam, that is NABARD Grade A exam. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is on the report that is Youth in India 2020. Kindly tell me the name of the ministry which has come up with such kind of report. Is it Minister of Jal Shakti, Health and Family Welfare, or Statistics and Program Implementation, Home Affairs, or Housing and Urban Affairs? See guys, once again a report which is on the youth. So Youth in India 2022. Earlier we discussed a day that is World Youth Skills Day. ठीक है जी. Now once again we are having one of the report which is on the youth. And here guys, the right answer to the question is option C, that is MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. But one very important thing that you should remember which is mentioned here, that is India's elderly population is projected to reach 14.9% and youth population to 22.7% in year 2036. So here you can see that by year 2036 जो इंडिया के अंदर elderly population है, it will be 14.9%, and when I talk about the youth population, it will be 22.7%. So this is one of the things that you should remember from the exam point of view. Now tell me that India's first of its kind brain health clinic, इसमें से कौन सी places पर वो particular clinic को establish किया गया है? Is it Kolkata, West Bengal? Is it Bengaluru, Karnataka, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Mumbai, Maharashtra और अमृतसर, पंजाब? Quickly tell me in the comment section. India का पहला first of its kind brain health clinic, and guys, it has been established at Bengaluru, Karnataka. This is what is the right answer to this question number 89. Very well done, guys. All of you have answered the question correctly. Really glad to see this. Moving on to the next question. So, which one of the following companies has become the first private entity to enter highly regulated opium processing sector? See, guys, once again, you can see here that what makes this important, this question, because it is the first private entity. That means earlier only government entities were uh, permitted to do that, but now this particular entity become the first private entity to enter highly regulated opium processing sector, and here the right answer to the question is Bajaj Healthcare Limited. So this is the right answer to the question. Moving on to the next question. The next question is once again on a conclave, that is CII Exim Bank conclave. You are required to tell me the name of the place where the such kind of conclave has been held recently. Is it Chennai, Kolkata, New Delhi, or Chandigarh, or Jaipur? So guys, quickly tell me the right answer. So here the right answer to the question is option C, that is New Delhi. This particular conclave was held in New Delhi. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is on that recently mobile app has been launched by a Canara Bank, which is available in 11 languages. See, in most of the news articles, it was mentioned there clearly that Canara Bank has launched this mobile app and this was available in the 11 languages. Now you are required to tell me that what exactly is the name of that bank. So we have discussed most of the things about this bank, but what exactly the name of that bank, that is also very important. Quickly tell me what is the right answer to the question number 92. So people are going with option number A, that is Canara AI1, and that is absolutely right. Canara AI1 is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the CEO which has become the highest paid fast moving consumer goods CEO. So recently, highest paid FMCG CEO of India has been listed here, and you are required to tell me the name of that person who has been listed as the highest paid fast moving consumer goods CEO. And guys, here the right answer is option C, that is Saugat Gupta. So Saugat Gupta is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Here you are required to tell me the name of the organization जिसको recognize किया गया है as one of the most preferred workplaces of 2022. ठीक है जी. See guys, quickly tell me what is the right answer to this particular question. The name of the organization which has been recognized as one of the most preferred workplace of 2022. And here the right answer to the question is option D, that is NTPC. So संजीत सिंह that सर आप संडे को सैटरडे को ये शो किया करें जब हम साथ वर्किंग डे में, ठीक है जी. So guys, I want to tell you here that we are basically conducting this kind of sessions every week on Saturday itself. Okay, so you do not have to worry about it. We are covering such kind of sessions every week on the Saturday. Okay, ji. I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the Indian Grandmaster who has won the 41st Villa de Bencask International Chess Tournament. तो ये जो International Chess Tournament हुआ था, once again you are required to tell me the name of the Indian Grandmaster who has won this particular event. And guys, here the right answer to the question is option B, that is Arvind Chidambaram. So Arvind Chidambaram is the right answer to this particular question. So guys, these were the 95 MCQs from the top 100 MCQs of July 2022. And now I want to test you, all of you, that whether you have seen my previous sessions or not, because right now I am having a lot of queries from the people that sir aap har Saturday ko kiya kijiye. So now I am asking you the questions from my previous session that I took last to last Saturday, and let's see who will answer the question correctly. So these are the revision questions for all of you. Now the question is, recently Brijendra Kumar Singhal has passed away. He was known as the father of dash. Quickly tell me what is the right answer to this question. Question number 96. These are the revision questions. Kindly tell me what is the right answer. Brijendra Kumar Singhal. What is the right answer? He was known as the father of option A, Indian Internet, option B, Indian space sector, Indian banking sector, Indian health sector, or the Indian education sector. And guys, here the right answer to the question is option number B. Sorry, it is not option B, it is option A, that is Indian Internet. ठीक है जी, so Indian Internet is the right answer to the question. So Dolly, Agri Cross, Nilesh, Manpreet, Sanjeet, Puneet, Egon, everybody is rocking today, everybody is saying it correctly, that is option A. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is, who among the following has been conferred with the Order of the Rising Sun Gold and Silver Star Award by the government of Japan? So recently one of the Indian personnel was being awarded by the government of Japan with the award, that is Order of the Rising Sun, Gold and Silver Star. Quickly tell me what is the right answer to the question. What is the name of that particular person? So absolutely right, guys. The right answer is option D, that is Narayan Kumar. So all of you have really revised my previous sessions. I'm really glad to see this. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following state governments has launched a new scheme, that is Earn with Learn, to bring back those who had dropped out of the schools during the pandemic? See, we all know कि बहुत सारे initiatives यहाँ पर लिए गए हैं. We all know COVID-19 pandemic के time पर बहुत सारे लोगों को drop out करना पड़ा था स्कूल से, so that अब उन बच्चों को हम वापस से ला सकें. तो उसके लिए काफी सारे हमारे इनिशिएटिव्स लिए जा रहे हैं, and one of that initiative was Parai Shikshalaya, which was basically launched by the West Bengal government. And now quickly tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. And here the Earn with Learn scheme is being basically launched by option by the Indian state, that is Tripura. So Tripura government has come up with such kind of initiative, that is Earn with Learn, as a part of Vidyalaya Chalo Abhiyan. Very clear to all of you. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, you are required to tell me the name of the organization and the investment. New South Wales, Australia have partnered to have road shows for the IT companies that exist in Australia. So a question, a very rare question, that such kind of questions are being asked in the exam, but still relevant, and you are required to tell me that what exactly is the right answer to this question. Is it NASSCOM, Niti Aayog, FICCI, CII, or none of the above? And here, guys, NASSCOM is the right answer. So whenever you are finding such kind of acronym, once again you are required to remember that what exactly that acronym stands for. So NASSCOM stands for National Association of Software and Services Companies. So this is what is exactly is the right answer to the question. Option A is the right answer. So Team Sanjeet, Agon, everybody is saying the right answer. Now, guys, here is the last question of our today's session, and I want all of you to answer the question correctly in the comment section. So this is the question. Kindly tell me that World Population Day is being celebrated across the world to raise awareness on the issue of the population. तो इसमें से कौन सा डे है जिस दिन इस पर्टिकुलर डे को हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं? Is it 11th of July, 7th July, 12th July, 13th July, or 8th July? Question number 100. Let's see who will mark the century here. Who will answer the question correctly to the question number 100? And people are saying that 11th July is the right answer. That is option A. And guys, here the right answer is option A only. That is 11th of July, on which we celebrate the World Population Day. So okay, that was all from the today's session, the 100 questions. And now, before concluding the session, I would like to tell you that we are running a month end sale, in which we are offering you flat 40% plus 10% off for the RBI Grade B, NABARD Grade A and SEBI Grade A course. And to avail this particular discount, you are required to use the code, that is WOW46, when you are purchasing the course from the course portal. And see, make sure that you are doing this today only, because today is the last day for this particular offer. ठीक है जी, I hope that this is very much clear. So guys, that was all from the today's session, and if you are having any queries, you can just type your queries in the comment section so that we can get them resolved, and then we can conclude this particular session. So guys, if you are having any kind of query, kindly tell me the queries that you are having in the comment section, so that we can, after that, we can conclude this particular session. So guys, it was really glad that you guys have joined this particular session, and I really believe that today's session was really fruitful and useful to all of you. And see guys, we will be conducting such kind of sessions in the future as well. Do not worry about it. Kindly make sure that you are joining me every Saturday at this particular point of time only. ठीक है जी? So I really believe that there are no more queries in this particular session to all of you, so we can conclude this particular session. But still guys, if you found any kind of query, what you can do, you can share your queries on hello@edutap.co.in. You can also call us at 814-620-7241. So guys, thank you for joining us. Wish you all happy